Hello, sports lovers. Welcome to Med Sports TV. This is your boy Med. In today's episode, I'll be talking about Errol the True Spence Jr., who is the former welterweight unified champion of the world and the current undisputed welterweight champion of the world in the person of Terence Crawford. These two guys are set to face each other in a rematch. They signed a two-fight deal in which the loser is entitled to a rematch, but the deal they signed was at 147. That is the welterweight division. And we all know, obviously, that Errol the True Spence Jr. has outstayed the welterweight division, though he waited for the Terence Crawford fight. And that was an act of honor. Yes, you would argue that Errol the True Spence Jr. froze out Terence Crawford for a very long time before agreeing to fight. But we remember the PBC was arranging for Errol the True Spence Jr. to fight Keith one-time Tearman at 154. But Errol the True Spence Jr. turned down the fight and insisted that he's only going to fight Terence Crawford and no one else. And a lot of boxing fans think that it is about time Terence Crawford is able to return that favor Errol Spence did him. But in boxing, it doesn't work like that. Now, I think that Errol the True Spence Jr. should know that by now because he is an experienced fighter and he is an elite fighter. He has been around this game all his life and he knows how it works. So, Errol the True Spence Jr. and his team should have stipulated the weight class at which the rematch would happen. I think that Terence Crawford just wants more money, just like Andy Ruiz did against Anthony Joshua. He is using the circumstances to bid or bargain for more money in the rematch. After all, most people are not interested in the rematch, but most boxing fans, because the first fight was very, very conclusive, it was because Errol the True Spence Jr.'s timing was off, like he admitted. Terence Crawford showed his boxing IQ, his adjustments, and his power in that particular fight. And he won the fight in an emphatic manner and left no doubt. So most boxing fans are not looking forward to the rematch. But if it was to happen, most boxing fans don't want to see it at welterweight. So if Terence Crawford wants more money, it is in his best interest for the fight to happen at 154, where a lot of boxing fans think that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. would be more competitive at 154. Yes, because sometimes when you drain or when a fighter drains down to make weight, it takes a lot of energy out of them, and that's quite manifested in the first fight. I think that Errol Spence Jr. would have been defeated anyway, anyhow, by Terence Crawford. I'm a strong believer in the talent of Terence Crawford. But I think that seeing the rematch at 147 is not an interesting one and does not look good on Terence Crawford, because he said in the post-fight press conference that he is going to give Errol Spence the rematch. He did not state the weight class, but he said it. So he should give the guy the rematch. He should be a man of honor. Deontay Wilder said he was going to give Tyson the Gypsy King Fury a rematch. He did just that and rejected a bigger offer from Anthony AJ Joshua. So Terence Crawford should just give Errol Spence the rematch. And Terence Crawford must be very reasonable, because if the fight happens at welterweight, a lot of people won't be interested because they have already seen the outcome of the fight at welterweight. So if it goes to the next weight class, which is the junior middleweight division 154, that is when a lot of people will now want to see how Errol the True Spence Jr. would perform if he's fully rehydrated. And even with that, we all heard that Terence Crawford struggled to make weight at 147. So why is he wanting the fight at 147? Because he has also stated that he is ready to move up. In several interviews he gave after his win. He has stated that he is ready to move up in weight. So why is he still maintaining he wants to fight Errol Spence at 147? It is very unfair. Terence Crawford should be very reasonable. If he wants more money, the fight should happen at 154, because I think the fight makes more money at 154 than at 147. And he wanting to fight Canelo, that means Canelo and his team will not trust him. If Canelo is entitled to a rematch clause, they will not trust Terence Crawford to honor the rematch clause. And that goes a long way to affect Terence Crawford, because it's a matter of credibility. Yeah. Whatever makes money makes sense. Yes, but Saul Canelo Alvarez and his team have made more money, and if they freeze or if they even beat Jamal Charlo and they decide not to face you, Terence Crawford, nobody would call it a dog move, because you are not in the same weight class. You are 2 weights below, and you have not done anything in that particular weight class in order to merit the fight. What happens to the likes of David Benavides, who have been competing at the weight class for not getting a chance at a world title at this stage? So I think that Terence Crawford should just hold on to the idea of fighting Saul Canelo Alvarez and honor the rematch with Errol the True Spence Jr., even if it's at 154, because I don't think Jamal Charlo would come back to 154. It will be very difficult to move up to 168 and come down to 154, because Jamal Charlo is way bigger than Saul Canelo Alvarez. One thing for sure in a human being is that you can change your muscle, you can change your body fat and everything, but you can't change your bone structure. And in terms of bone structure, not being an expert, but I can clearly see that Jamal Charlo is bigger than Saul Canelo Alvarez. So going up to 168 and coming down to 154 would be extremely difficult for Jamal Charlo. So I think that even if Jamal Charlo loses, he may come to he may start competing at 160. So Terence Crawford, in order to secure and maintain your credibility as being a serious guy and being a man of his word, I think he should give Errol Spence the rematch, which he has agreed to give him the rematch, but he should be more reasonable and make the fight more competitive and more intriguing for boxing fans to want to see what will happen at 154, because we have already seen what would happen at 147. This is my take on this particular thing. I agree with all those Terence Crawford fans saying that Errol Spence did same to Terence Crawford, blah blah blah. No, that is in the past. Errol Spence later gave the chance to Terence Crawford to fight for the undisputed. So this is my take. Forgive me for my voice. I've been down with malaria for a couple of days now, added combined with flu. So, but I'm on a positive note to recovery. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, kindly do subscribe to my channel. Press the like button, express your views in the comment section, and share so others can enjoy. Thank you.